Yo, what is up, my Dark Magician duelists? I'm here to show you how not to play some of your Primite Dark Magician stuff today. Let's break into the engines, and there will be follow-up video to this, so make sure you leave your suggestions down in the comments, because if you can't tell, I got carried away with all the QCRs I bought, and this list is definitely not optimized. But anyway, for the sake of all the QCRs, let's begin. 2 Dark Magician. They're beautiful. You gotta love to see it, QCR. 2DM does seem like the ratio to play nowadays. And next we got 1 DMG. You could honestly just not play her. That's kind of what I'm getting at, because the packages we play with her are not great. So 3 bricks off the bat, never a good start to a profile, is it? 1 Magician's Rod, because we do have the Primite package. Not a bad one-off, because we can search it. 1 Apprentice Illusion Magician, because it's a QCR, that's the main reason. So yeah, this should definitely be gone to optimize this deck. But I'll let you guys decide down below. We've got the, I should probably grab both copies. We're playing 2 Magician Souls because the Primite engine does help get Dark Magician out pretty easy. I actually find 2 to be fine. You can go to 3, and yeah, Jesse Collins has played 1. I think that's not right, but 2 or 3 feels good. So yeah, that's what I'm on there. And then we've got the Illusion of Chaos at 2 as well. And he can add everything we've shown so far, Illusion of Chaos can add. So we'll just put him down here because he's kind of another copy of everything else. And 1 Preparations, which is another copy of him. So a bunch of QCRs here. So I guess Rod is the only thing here that needs a QCR. Konami, take notes. With the new DM support coming out, surely Rod QCR, even though they said no more QCRs, but surely Konami. Anyway, the DM core isn't the worst core. It's got its struggles, but it's not bad. Like Magician Souls does have some synergy with the Primite stuff, sending what's it called? Freaking Drill Beam for draws is cool, and resetting it. Sending excess loads to the grave for draws is good. But yeah, outside of that, there's not too much going on here. So anyway, that's the best part of the deck, right? And yeah, once again, don't play Apprentice. She's way too dated now, unfortunately. Dark Magician spells and traps. You know, we got that triple Soul Servant QCR. You love to see it. Main reason for this profile. We're getting this profile out of the way because this is what I played at locals today and did pretty abysmal. We did win a round, but yeah, wasn't a great performance overall, and I definitely did some silly plays because of the silly cards I'm playing. But we'll get to some. Oh, look, here they are now. They've decided to show up. We did play the Bonds package with the Dark Burning QCR because we had to try it out with the QCR stuff. Very bad. A board wipe sounds great, but the board wipe needs 2 vanillas basically. And if the vanillas leave or move or get removed from the field, suddenly your board wipe's gone. So the board wipe's less of a board wipe and more of a you got to flip it when your opponent does one thing. So normally you're taking out 1 to 2 cards with this, which doesn't feel good like a board wipe should. So I know this sounds good on paper, but man, is it not good in general. But let me know your thoughts on the Bonds package. It's cool and it's also terrible. It's interesting, definitely interesting. You can high roll and wipe a whole board, or you just, most of the time it doesn't, and it's just kind of bad. They're also really bricky. If you open this in a normal hand, it's terrible. If you open this, it can be salvaged if you have souls or the Primite stuff, but opening Dark Burning is really bad. But anyway, definitely 2 more cards to flip face down for the optimized build. Not sure whether you'd cut DMG, you potentially will, but anyway, you still get the 2 draws with Soul Servants. You might not cut her for that reason. 1 Secrets. This card should only ever be played at 1. It's garbage on its own, so you don't really want to see it at more than 1. Kind of like Monster Timaeus. You never want to play more than 1 of the current Dark Magician fusion cards because they're absolutely dog water. If you open this in 4 hand traps, like, what are you doing with it? Nothing. So play 1, search it when you need it, and recycle it when you need it too. People seem to forget we play a card that literally can recycle it if you need it. So don't be a dummy. Play Secrets and Timaeus at 1 if at all. 1 Circle. Konami, there's no QCR for this. Fix that. Oh yeah, Secrets doesn't have a secret rare. That's a hate crime. So fix that too. 1 Circle. That's good ratio. I was playing 2. 2 seems okay. Do not play 3 though. 3 seems really bad until we get better cards. Yeah. Salvation, QCR, nice. Eternal Soul, QCR, nice. Very cool. Solid one-ofs. Definitely not 3 Salvation. Jesse Conless play 3 Salvation. No, 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 no. Don't. Bad. Very bad. LOZA Muse play I have Tamias QCR. Also very bad. So, like, I'm telling you not to play the Salvation package while I'm playing a bunch of other bricky stuff. But you know what? It was a fun profile to play tonight because it got it out of my system and I had to do it, I feel. So now I can play the more optimized version. But yeah, this looks absolutely phenomenal. It's just a shame the card's unsearchable and bad. So we play one so we don't brick on it, and we still brick tonight. Not because of this, but just in general. So imagine if I did see this too. So anyway, this is the Dark Magician Spell Trap lineup, minus Tamias because it actually isn't searchable. So technically not a Dark Magician card. Kind of dumb. Anyway, I would not change anything but this. Oh, sorry, and I have Tamias. So I'd probably just play this. This is probably all you need for the Dark Magician package. Sorry for the glare. I don't know how to fix that. But yeah, this is the DM package you would want to play if you're trying to optimize the build. So just note that down to all the DM enjoyers. Because, yeah, Bond's package and I have Tamias, not good. Maybe future support to make it good, but right now, not good. Before we get to the other engines, we've just got one Skill Drain and one Mosk. I know we're doing this profile really weird. We're obviously playing the Blue Eyes Link to make this good, and Skill Drain wins games. This was Triple Tactics Talents before, and I swapped it out for this. Now Tactics is in the side. They're more or less kind of interchangeable. It sounds weird, but they kind of are in this deck. Anyway, Primite package, 3 barrel, 3 load, 1 drill beam, 1 roll. Very good. Super good package. This is the best normal summon for Dark Magician right now because it gets you load, and load gets you drill beam, which is in the gate. And if you happen to open up a second card, you can just go get raw, and you can Magician Souls away raw for draws, or drill beam for raws and reset it. For draws, sorry, and reset it. And yeah, raw has a grave effect where if you have a vanilla on field or grave targeted, banish an opponent's monster when they normal. Kind of insane, and people forget about it. It's bad against Malice though. Drill beam, very good. Negate, banish, good, but not against Malice once again. But the negate's good, just banishing bad. Anyway, this is the best normal summon because normal summon barrel gets you DM from load, and it gets you one of these, which is pretty freaking amazing. You can obviously add barrel offload, so if you open load, load grabs barrel, barrel sets one of these. So does that make sense? It's literally you normal this, you get this gets one of these, which is normally drill beam, always drill beam unless you open drill beam, then you get raw. And that's the same the other way. So load gets this and then gets this. So it's pretty straightforward, and raw's just there because if you open it by itself, you can just activate it paying 2k and summon a vanilla from anywhere. It's okay. It's all right. It's just another copy of Magician Souls in a way. So we basically got, what's that? 6, 7. We've got like 7 copies of a card that summons Dark Magician, non in engine, right? And then if we add in engine, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could kind of count this, but not really. So there's lots of cards that make Dark Magician summon. And in this build, Rod can also get Dark Magician engraved. So we'll show you that a bit later. But anyway, Primite is definitely the best engine if you want to play like purish Dark Magician. I know people will be like, it's Primite, it's not pure. But you get to play the vanillas and the spells that we don't normally play. Bestials, hand trap time. Dragon hand traps that shouldn't exist. These 2 cards should be banned, so we're going to play them. Magnamot at 1, Drew a Swim at 1. Cards are insane. Boldrake is the odd one out, but it's still a Bestial, which is a dragon hand trap dark, so it fits into the deck nicely. We played the 3. Very bad against non-dark light decks, but what can you do? Not a lot. Normally can just trigger them off your own stuff. Triple Ash Blossom, nothing to say there, it's Ash Blossom. Triple Infinite Imperm, nothing to say, it's Imperm. We'll just put these on the side because they're just kind of staple hand traps, nothing to say. Now we get weird. 1 Ghost Ogre, 1 Droll, 1 Veiler. I don't know what I was doing. I wanted to play Nib, but I couldn't find room because I was playing like Apprentice and Eye of Tamias and the Bonds package. So that's going to be out for Nibiru, and these will become Veilers. So we've got maximum chance of Veiler, Imperm, or Veiler Nib or Imperm Nib. I think that's just the way to play this deck because you really need to wipe the field. Not to say Droll, Ghost Ogre are bad, but I don't know. All that happened with Droll today is I lost to the opponent's Droll. But yeah, I played these at 1 so I wouldn't brick on them in theory. I know this sounds dumb, and it's like, oh, at 1 you won't see them, but that's kind of the idea. If I do see them, I won't brick on them, even though I'm playing multiple Ash, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Ash is just so universal, though, that I'm safe. The Bestials are all one-ofs, but they're different names, so they actually, like, you can all use them in one turn. the idea is kind of the same as the Bestials. Cards I can use all in one turn. Imperm's kind of in the same boat as these, where you can use them all in one turn. As long as you're not chaining them from the hand kind of thing. You can do one from the hand, you can't do another until that one's resolved kind of thing. But you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway, that was the idea. I'm trying to brick as least as possible, but it's Dark Magician where I bricked anyway. It doesn't matter. But anyway, that were the hand traps I played. Only 12, so I think that was also a mistake. Cutting triple tactics talents for skill drain meant I had one less going second card as well, so this should probably just be talents. But yeah, Mausoleum can be cut as well, but we'll get into why we played Moss now, because that's the card, that's the profile. It's 42 cards. So the extra deck has Spheres, and it has Spirit, and it has I'm Duck. So this means opening Rod and Souls can end on Spheres. Opening Primite Barrel ends on Spheres. I can show you that quickly, but most people should know this stuff already, but we'll just go over it very quick. So we're going to need Souls, we're going to need Rod, we're going to need Barrel, and that fun stuff. Let's grab a Barrel and a Drill Beam and a Load. So if you do open the Barrel line, right, so you've opened your Barrel, you just go normal Barrel, Barrel effect will go and get Load. Load will get Drill Beam. Load will summon Dark Magician. Link away. Oh wow, you really can't see the cards. Can you let me move them over? Link away Dark Magician for I'm Duck. And you can see what to do from here. Link away the 2 dragons. You got Spheres. Can't even see Spheres. Epic. Pretty straightforward, right? The other combination you can do, we'll grab Soul Servant too, because you can do that as well. Alright, this one is, we need DMG as well. I shouldn't be talking, I need to rest my voice, but we will get through this little demonstration for those who don't know. So we need to open the Rod and the Souls, the standard DM opener for anyone playing from home. And we're going to be abusing the Blue Eyes cards here. So get excited, Blue Eyes fans, we're taking your stuff. You should technically start with Souls, so let's start with Souls. Souls is going to mill DMG. So everyone's favorite waifu is in the grave. And you want to do that first to play around the Bestials as much as you can. Like, obviously, this combo doesn't, but you do it as much as you can, right? Normal summon Rod, and Rod is going to go add you the Soul Servant, right? Fantastic. Put that into your hand. You'll love to see it. We need to start linking. We're going to start by linking the Rod away for the Blue Eyes Link one. Cool, this is going off screen. How good is that? Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit. There you go. You love to see it. We're going to have the Blue Eyes Link one just here. And he's going to say, hey, man, go get Mausoleum. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Slap down Mausoleum, target literally who cares, and put Dark Magician in the grave. So now these are both in the grave. You can see where we're going with the Soul Servant, right? Now you're going to go Magician Souls, send both of these to draw 2. So let's just put 2 hand traps here, like Ash. You can just be our draws. Great, we drew 2 cards. Fantastic. But we're not done. We're going to link. I guess we just do the extra draws here. It doesn't matter. So banish Soul Servant. Now you draw another 2 cards. We'll just draw 2 more hand traps because we're goaded. Like, this wouldn't happen, but, you know, ideally you're hoping to draw into hand traps or like Circle Eternal Soul. Anyway, link away the souls. Summon another spirit. No effective at this time. We're just simply going into Spheres. So if you were counting the summons, you can get Nibiru. But you know what this does when it's tributed? It summons a dragon from deck. So guess what? If your opponent goes, hey, that wasn't very nice, I'm gonna Nibiru. You go summon Magnemite in defense and search in the end phase. And in the end phase, you can just go and grab Druid Worm, so you have an interaction on their turn. If you're really desperate or you have like all your Bestials, you can grab Barrel. You normally do that in the end phase of their turn when you're doing it, but you get what I mean. Anyway, that's the turn 1 plays, if you will, but let's do a test, and I'll show you what I mean. This deck just bricks out the wazoo. It's really rough. But yeah, oh, side deck. Oh, I didn't finish the extra deck. Sorry, this profile's all over the shop, but this isn't the real profile, if you know what I mean. This is the fun anime version, really. The Blue Eyes links, the Seal, and the I'm Duck, you kind of can't cut them, unfortunately. SP is good, BLS is cool, the Dark Selene access code package, probably cuttable, but it still holds a place in my heart. Chaos Angel and Typhon at 1, pretty good one-offs to have. And oh, here's the one of the main reasons to play the deck. Got the QCRs of all these. We've got a Starlight of this. Just didn't play the second one, but probably should have. Anyway, Dark Magicians, Dragonite, and Dragoon looking fresh. If only Konami would make the deck a card that could summon them easily, that would be nice. Anyway, let's try and play a test hand. Woohoo! Who's ready? Who's king? Oh, that's my side deck. There's nothing special in here. It's just Tactics, which probably should have been the main instead of Skill Drain. Formula for winning in time. Village and Terror. I bricked on these twice tonight. I opened these going first, because obviously I set them in when I know I'm going first. I opened these without a way to a spellcaster. Twice. Like, how? How does that happen in Dark Magician, bro? Cringe. Cringe ass. Anyway, Lightning Storms, even leads for going second, and then just their anti-malice cards. I don't know why I have them like this. It's not been my night. Apologies, not been my night. But yeah, anti-malice cards, because malice is ridiculous. It also hits Kriston, which is a deck that's played at my locals. So, yeah, if you guys have versed the Kriston deck, you'd know it's really damn good. And they banish a lot, so saying no to banish is funny. I don't think there's any other decks that really hits, but there might be the oddball. There's Casture in my locals too. I don't know if it actually hurts them that badly. Like, they can still just sit on Fenrir Unicorn Pass and you cry, so they're probably fine. But anyway, we'll run some test hands, but ultimately we need to make this deck better. So comments down below. Please give me fixes. I've already told you the cards I'm cutting, but real quick, let's go through the cards we're cutting. This is going to the side. This is part of that package. Potentially DMG. We'll put it down, but she's a potential cut. Could cut Baldrake for a different interruption. This is definitely going. Moss could go. It's nice sometimes, but it's ultimately a blank card. Like, you can side it out a lot, right? It's kind of that. Raw's kind of in a similar boat. Triple Soul Servant, definitely a stay. Apprentice is going for sure. You know what? It's not as many cards as I thought, but it's enough to brick you up enough. DMG is potentially the one to stay, simply because of Soul Servant and Dark Magicians. Even then, that's maybe a stretch, but these cards are just not good, right? Well, at least Skill Drain's great, but potentially just in the side for when you know you're first. Much better than the Village package, I would say. I might cut it for that, because I bricked on Village package twice tonight. Like, how does that even happen? Anyway, just not a LOZA moment. Anyway, these cards are bad. Sorry, if you like these cards, I'm sorry to hear it. These cards suck. They all need other cards to function, which is the issue. This needs DM somewhere, which honestly you think in a build like this would be better, and like something like Piercing the Darkness, it's still just bad, unfortunately. Apprentice needs a discard and then it adds vanilla, which can come up in this kind of Primite stuff, but it's still bad. This needs not even DM on the field, it also needs this in the deck and DMG. So, and then, yeah, you get a board wipe, but you need to have this and DM on your field and then not get interrupted and not have them leave or anything, and all these cards need too much to function, right? DMG is probably the one homestay. But anyway, let's slip these back in the deck in mysterious ways and go for some Testorino hands. Oh, Skill Drain, you can get in here too, because you were a terrible choice from today. Anyway, Tactics probably the better one. Magician Souls, good start to the hand. Moss, Ghost Ogre. Oh, I have to, of course, I have to mice. Yeah, Dark Burning decided to show his face, say, hey, we're bricking you up nice and early. All right, I would like to, Magician Souls Moss combo here, get some draws while milling both vanillas, but since we've opened Eye of Timaeus, we can make Dragoons, so I guess we keep Moss in the hand as a discard. So we're going to go Souls, just summon D. It's just Dragoon boss. It's just Dragoon boss. It's really sad, but that's the best thing this hand does, right? Depression. So on the opponent's turn, you've got Ghost Ogre, you've got discard this, and you've got whatever Mosk does with the grave that does nothing. So, yep, great first test hand. Awesome. You can see why I want to cut those cards, because they really just make the deck bad. If you don't see Primite as well, you can see without Primite, the deck does like close to nothing. Hopefully we can see Primite here. Circle and Ash, not the worst start. Okay, here we go, B. Okay, double, of course. We couldn't see like multiple Primite cards, right? That would be good. So, if I seem salty, it's because I am. Anyway, load. You could say Circle first. Here's the Schrodinger's cat of Yu-Gi-Oh. Schrodinger's Boxerino. So you say like, well, if you want to do your most important search first to play around Droll, so you do load get barrel, right? You'd say, well, that plays around Droll, but then you're not playing around Ash. So circle to play around Ash, but then if you add, first, is circle going to hit? Second, if it does, do you get Drolled and then your load's dead, right? The fact that Yu-Gi-Oh has this dilemma to begin with is dumb. I hate it. And like, ultimately, this card sucks, this card's good. It's like, in theory, you'd go, I'll play this for the bait and then play this for reals, but because Droll is a fucking card that exists, you have to go, well, I have to start loading. If I get hand trapped, I lose the game. If I get Drolled, I lose the game. Like, you just are in a lose-lose scenario a lot of the time. It feels really bad. So I would probably just do it this way and say, hey, you don't have Droll. I would go, they're more likely to have Ash than Droll. So go circle, reveal top 3. Wow, we're actually adding. Typically, you would load first to thin the deck, but like this is in a world where you know they don't have a hand trap, so that's not a perfect world. We're actually hitting those, so that's goated. We'll put the... We've already got Ash in hand, so I'll actually put Illusion of Chaos on top. It won't matter though. We can go ahead and just activate the Salvation now, get it over and done with. And while we're in here, we might just pretend to activate load, right? So we'll activate load as well. I know, chat. I'm doing 2 search at once, but it's for the benefit of the viewers. We need Drill Beam as well, where we're just going to play the rest of this hand like we're not getting hand trapped, of course, because we're goated. So the load will add the barrel, and the Salvation will set the Eternal Soul. I'll set it, but I'll flip it at the end just so you remember what it is. And then we've got the wonderful plays of normal summon barrel, go and get Drill Beam. Cool. Oh, look, there it is, ready to go. I'm going to play with these face up, but just know they're like set on the field. So here's where it's good if you have Magician Souls, which we don't have it. Magician Souls could send Drill Beam and Salvation for draws. It could send Drill Beam and the second copy of Load for draws. Like, it's just, there's so many options, right? Just Drill Beam will reset itself as long as you have barrels, so right now is a good time to do that. If we open a Bestial too, you can sometimes extend into Spheres. With this hand, though, we're at the point where we're literally going to go, okay, Lordly Load, Summon Dark Magician. And because we have Load in hand, I was talking smack about Load in hand. Drill Beam's live because of the Load in hand, and we've even got Circle Eternal Soul. So you're actually going to be able to link away Dark Magician here for Imduck. Great reason to play Imduck. And Imduck and your friend here. Imduck should have been in the link zone, but you get what I mean. We're going to go into Spheres here to pass. That is only 4 summons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so not playing in a nib, but also a good card to be tributed anyway. So we're going to end our board here. This is actually one of the better hands. This is what you're trying to do most turns, maybe with like a Bestial as well. So we've got the Drill Beam negate, even if you don't summon the Dark Magician or you get Bestialed on the Dark Magician. You've got the Circle Banish if the Dark Magician does summon off the Eternal Soul, right? So actually, let's play through it. So your opponent's turn, go summon Dark Magician, Circle Banish. You would go Drill Beam at some point to banish something. And then you're still left with these 2 lucky hand traps we drew. So we've still got Veil or something, Ash something, and probably the last thing you want to do is Seals. And that the main reason I feel you wait on Spheres is if your opponent goes to end phase, you can tribute it and bounce your load. And you might think, why would you do that? Because you can reactivate load and add another barrel from deck. I added from grave then, but you can add another barrel from deck to hand, right? Like, or just a Primite card. It's like you just add it back and you play it and you search again. Same with Circle. There are games where I bounced Circle back, replayed it, right? And potentially added a card, right? It's funny like that. So you kind of like saving Spheres. It sounds like the dream, but if your opponent genuinely has to pass back and you haven't used it, you actually go plus, because like obviously holding Ash and Vela are good too, but being able to just bounce back one of these continuous spells and kind of get more value is kind of insane. No one talks about that too, so just this is probably the best thing in the profile, and it's at the end. So shout out to those real ones who stuck around for the end. Please drop a comment about this below. Did you know about using Spheres to bounce your own cards in your opponent's end phase to get, some extra value? Let me know, because I feel like enough people, don't talk about it. Maybe they know, but they don't talk about it. Obviously, don't bounce your Eternal Soul, but yeah, bouncing these load especially is incredibly good to bounce, especially if Barrel got like I don't know what happened to Barrel. If it got Drill Beamed itself or it's gone or something. Anyway, that was a good test hand. We'll run one more, but it's just going to be a quick one. We're not going to play it out. We'll just have a look at it. But we've ultimately shown you what the deck wants to do, but what it does a majority of the time is just what the first hand did. If you get hand trapped once, you're just going to be doing what the first hand did, so it's not a fun time at all. But that's fine, right? Because we're cracked a Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're just going to open a good hand, right? With all these bricks. We're crazy. Eternal... What did I say? We're not going to play out the last hand because we already don't need to. Okay, at least the barrel. Barrel good. Yeah. Okay. You see what I'm saying about all these damn brick? Double barrel. Okay. For those who don't know, opening multiple of the same Primite is pretty rough. How? How, bro? This deck hates me, dude. Okay. Well, we don't have to play this hand out. You know what this does. This gets load. Load gets drill beam. Load summons Dark Magician. And you're just passing on drill beam. Like, how silly is that? Or spheres. You can make spheres again. So this end board would literally be spheres and a Dark Magician engraved with Eternal Soul set. Like, what? So really, the Primate is amazing until you open only Primate. Or you open no Primate. It's like you just want one or two Primate. You don't want more than that. It's very triggering when you open more than one Primate or just no D. I don't know. Everything in this deck can be triggering. But anyway, what do you like about Primite DM or dislike about Primite DM? Let me know down below. Man, I just want to play some good DM, but that's not coming till we get that new support, baby. But yeah, who knows? Rod will probably be our normal summon though, because, you know, the new support's probably going to be DM based, and Rod's going to be good soon, hopefully, so we don't have to play Primite. But I still like Primite and think it's a good call, good engine to pick up. I know it's expensive, so if you don't want to pick it up, fair enough. But yeah, let's optimize this list so the next time I go to locals, I'm not a joke. But yeah, anyway, thanks for sticking around. If you did this long, it's been a bit ranty, but I needed to do it. Anyway, I am LOZA. I'm keen for the new DM support, and I'm sure you are too. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Later.